Honesty in songwriting doesn't mean telling everything, and often the most true and revealing songs, they hold something back. Understanding the difference between dumping on your listener and genuine and thoughtful connection is absolutely crucial. I've got some tools for you to only overwhelm your listener in the best way. We're often told that as artists, we should be as honest as possible. 3 chords and the truth, right? So when we sit down to write something very personal, it's tempting to want to put everything onto the page, every thought, every feeling, every explanation, like ripping a page out of your high school journal. But honesty, it's not about volume. It's really about focus. Now, there's 2 concepts that we can keep in mind when we're trying to be honest with our music. The first is that genuine feeling comes from selection, not full disclosure. So what makes a song revealing isn't how much it tells, it's what it chooses to show. So, for example, The House That Built Me from Miranda Lambert. It's often heard as a really genuine, honest song, at least to country music fans. But notice how little is actually explained in this lyric. I know they say you can't go home again, and I just had to come back one last time. And ma'am, I know you don't know me from Adam, but these handprints on the front steps are mine. We're given a place, the scene is clearly set, and there's just a few emotionally charged details. Now, the song never tells us how to feel about those memories and that moment that she's having. It just trusts us to arrive there on our own. How does it do this? By selecting just a few specific moments, the character who's singing, is Miranda in this case, becomes really clear to us. We know how she thinks, we know how she feels, we know why she's there. Now the music does the rest. It sets the tone. I'm not overloaded with lyrical and musical details because I don't need them. Musically, the chords are spaced out, the tempo is moderate, the melody is contained. These choices express kind of a reserved, thoughtful, reflective, maybe a little hesitant experience so far in the song. And so this all leads me to the second concept. It's that withholding actually creates emotional depth. Depth doesn't come from saying more and playing more. It comes from saying and playing just enough, and leaving space then for us to take that in. Now that space is in both the vibe of the song. If you're a musician, you might say it's the harmonic rhythm, and it comes from the melody, where the chords and the rhythm with which they are played gives us room to feel like she feels. I'll prove it. With the wrong musical vibe, the lyrics are gonna sound disingenuous and have very little feeling. So let me see if I can make something up here. I know you can't come home again, just had to come back one last time. Ma'am, I know you don't know me from Adam, but these handprints on the front steps are mine. It's like, geez, what's the message here? The vibe is kind of fun and happy and intense. It's like I'm coming back and reliving these memories that I love to think about, and they give me energy. And it's fine. It doesn't make the song bad necessarily or wrong. It's just a different song, and it totally changes the character that I become as the singer. So, vibe, that harmonic rhythm and the musical choices here with regard to melody and rhythm in the song and chord changes, frequency of chord changes, they all show us the emotional intent. So here's the thing. The words are the words. but the music is the body language. And you can ask yourself how honest your songs are becoming by considering how well the music expresses the meaning of your words. Now, if you're a lyric-forward type of songwriter, it's possible that you spend a lot of time getting your lyrics just right, and that's great. I love a great lyric. But sometimes the way to seeing more potential in your songs is shifting your focus back to the music. Take that lyric concept that really inspired you to write the song in the first place and mess around with a rhythm on guitar or a groove on piano that just feels like it captures the spirit of the words, right? And if you can't get it, find a few songs by other artists in the same mood and tempo, and then transfer that vibe onto your instrument and use it as the backdrop to writing more of the lyric. Keep the music simple. For example, choose just 2 chords instead of 4 or 5 or 6. Just a major and a minor. And start with a minor chord and imagine your lyric or sing a couple of lines over the top of that. It might, if it's minor, it might lend kind of a darker, reflective, or more intense kind of a message. If it's major, and you do the same thing and you sing those same lyrics over a brighter sound or a more resolved sound, it could imply something completely different for your lyrical message. All right, so I like to say this: early decisions are the only decisions. So spend more time at the beginning of the song establishing the tone, the mood, the vibe. And once you start down a path that really feels authentic, the song can almost lay down right in front of you. I'd love to know what you see going on in the more honest songs that you've written. Share your thoughts with me in the comments. I would really love to read them, and I'll see you in my next video. I know what it's like to struggle with this songwriting process where you can't put it down and you can't finish it either. That's why I've created the 30-Day Songwriter. 30-Day Songwriter is a course to help you unleash your creativity, level up your craft, and enjoy the process again or for the first time. Bring your EP that you really want to finish and release to the world, or maybe bring up some of those unfinished songs that have been lying around for decades, and aim to finish them within this course. Click the link to join and get started today.